I'm Ari Lax. I'm a gold pro and a writer for Star City Games. I'm going to crack a pack. Okay, if this were a draft, I were to open a first pick here. Let's see. Well, we have a clear winner already. Phaenax is by far the best limited card in the format. I mean, at least the set. I'd have to think more about the format thing, but this card basically kills your opponent in 2 or 3 turns, regardless of how they can't block. All of your creatures are available to block the entire time this guy's in play. He also plays really well into the blue-black style of just playing defensive creatures, because a lot of your defensive creatures are going to have high toughness, and this guy just sort of comes down and works really well with those guys because they finish off faster. Moving beyond that, we have a couple other good ones. These are the clear next 2 best cards in my mind, with this also up there. Archetype of Courage is a very, very strong card. It's very hard for your opponents to actually fight your creatures if all of your guys have first strike and they don't. The only drawback is that if you make an attack or block, assuming this is going to work, and they have an instant speed removal, you kind of get blown out. If this guy dies in combat to an instant speed removal spell, it can be kind of tricky, especially because he's an enchantment that opens up things like Unravel the Aether. He's really good, but not absolutely unbeatable like Phaenax is. Searing Blood is a very strong removal spell. It kills Winged Steed Riders and a Crow and Sky Guards very well, but at the same time, it doesn't kill the larger things. I think I'd take Archetype over it. Retraction Helix is the next best card in my mind. Again, it's a removal spell, bounce being basically removal in this format because it destroys the auras that are making the creatures bigger or resets a heroic count. So I don't know if I take Helix or Searing Blood first. Probably Helix to avoid the double red cost on Searing Blood. So we have, this is the pick order in terms of best. And I think the next best card is probably Thunderbrute, just as like a giant, always good creature. And most notably, he's one of the creatures with Tribute, where regardless of what side they pick, I'm pretty sure 6 mana 5/5 trample is pretty close to par. After that, looking at what might wheel out of this pack, we have the following cards. So we're going to see most likely all of these wheel. This is almost sure to wheel because 2 red cards would go ahead of it. You'll probably wheel this guy and most likely either this card, which people tend to underrate for some reason. I think it's really very powerful. It's like a 1 mana Might Evokes in the right deck. But it's also the kind of deck that it's hard to tell that you're in pack 1. So I could see wheeling either maybe this guy or this guy, which is really awesome if you're planning to take this card, because you're probably going to get another blue or black card out of this pack that you really want. So that's my thought. I'd take Phaenax, not even close, and I'd expect to get back Deepwater Hypnotist, and if I'm really lucky, Nyxborn Eidolon or Servant of Timuret over that.